Here's the letter. It was a Chrysler Dodge dealer, Gerald. Did you see this short letter?
No.
May I read it?
Yes, please.
All right. This is very interesting. My name is George C. Joseph. I am the sole owner of Sunshine Dodge Isuzu, a family-owned and operated business in Melbourne, Florida. My family bought and paid for this automobile franchise 35 years ago in 1974. I am the second generation to manage the business. We currently employ 50-plus people, and before the economic slowdown, we employed over 70 local people. We are active in the community and the local Chamber of Commerce. We deal with several dozen local vendors on a day-to-day basis and many more during a month. All depend on our business for part of their livelihood. We are financially strong with great respect in the marketplace and the community. We have strong local presence and stability. I work every day the store is open 9 to 10 hours a day. I know most of our customers and all of our employees. Sunshine Dodge is my life. On Thursday, May the 14th, I was notified that my Dodge franchise that we purchased will be taken away from my family on June the 9th, 2009, without any compensation and given to another dealer at no cost to them. My new vehicle inventory consists of 125 vehicles with a financial balance of about $3 million. This inventory becomes impossible to sell with no factory incentives beyond June 9th. Without the Dodge franchise, we can no longer sell a new Dodge as new, nor will we be able to do any warranty service work. Additionally, my Dodge parts inventory, approximately $900,000, is now virtually worthless without the ability to perform warranty service. There is no offer from Chrysler whatsoever to buy back the vehicles or my parts inventory. Our facility was recently totally renovated at Chrysler's insistence, incurring a multi-million-dollar debt in the form of a mortgage at SunTrust Bank, for which I am responsible. He goes on from there, but I think you folks get the idea. Closing dealerships has a lot of resonance to it, shall we say, that is not pleasant. And Gerald says, partially tongue-in-cheek, but hitting it on the nail, right on the head with the hammer of truth, it's just business. These people are destroying lives. They don't care. They're not even offering the guy 10 cents on the dollar, for goodness sakes. They're taking his dealership and giving it to somebody else. So that's the name of the game in the business of automobiles. It's not tough to understand, I think, when you read this man's letter, how grim it really is. Just a short little footnote there.
Well, there's another side to this as well, and that is, of course, when we talk about bailing out Chrysler, who's really being bailed out?
Exactly.
And, of course, it's a leveraged buyout firm called Cerberus. And Cerberus is the CEO is John Snow, the former U.S. Treasury Secretary.
Boy, round and around they go.
under Bush. And, of course, one of the great minds of America, Dan Quayle, another player in Cerberus. And I love the name, you know. It's named after the three-headed dog that guards the gates of hell. What a lovely name to name your company.
Yeah, I think they had a characterization of that dog in one of the Harry Potter movies.
And this is who's really being bailed out. The rest are crumbs for the workers. You know, I would also like to say that, you know, of course, you know, it's terrible what's going on. In terms of business, again, and only looking at trends, and just moving away from that for 1 second, the merger with Fiat may be a great thing for Chrysler. According to the bankruptcy papers, 2 of the cars that Fiat's going to bring in and manufacture here are the Alfa Romeo, I believe it's the 147 and 149, and the Fiat 500. And both of those are very highly rated and doing great business in Europe. So on a positive note about this, that's something, that kind of automobile, considering the dogs that GM and Ford and Chrysler are producing, sometimes you get one or two hot cars in there, and it could mean a turnaround for a business.
Right. You said something interesting. They're the dogs they are producing. And that's really at the bottom line of the American automotive crisis. They're producing junk, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have to tell you that. If they were producing cars of the quality that they did in the late 1950s, early 1960s, when American integrity in the industry was at its zenith, there'd be no trouble. Americans would buy American. They wouldn't be buying Toyota, which they've been doing for 20, 25 years. They'd be buying American. These people have shot themselves in both feet. That's the bottom line.
There's a great quote. As a matter of fact, I was on Fox on Sunday. I'll be on CNBC tomorrow. I don't know what that's going to be like, but anyway.
You always have fun no matter what it is.
Yeah, it was about the Chrysler, the same thing we're talking about. And I said, they asked me, why did this happen to Chrysler? And I said, there's this quote that's attributed to Jesus. I can heal the sick, I can make the blind see, the lame walk, I can even raise the dead. But not even I, can save a fool from their foolishness.